Hi guys, it's Andrea. How are y'all doing tonight? Happy Wednesday. So, we have some great stuff to tell you tonight, and I'm so excited because we have a guest who's going to be on in a little bit telling her testimony, and she told me a little bit about it, but I mean, what she told me is amazing, and I cannot wait. So we're going to have Jill on in a minute too. And I think I see her coming on. So I just want to welcome everybody on this live to our testimonials about these amazing LifeWave patches. So I'm going to bring Jill on. Hi, Jill. Hi, Jill.
Hi, how are you?
Hold on, I'm gonna make sure I can hear you. I think I turned my volume down accidentally. I did. How you doing?
I am good. How are you doing?
Doing great.
Oh, yeah. I'm outside tonight, hopefully with a lot better lighting. So,
Oh, great.
yeah.
So, we have a special guest tonight,
Mm-hmm.
and I just met her. Her name's Jeanette, and she has a wonderful testimony. I think we should just get right to it.
Absolutely. I love this. I can't wait to meet her.
Let me see if I can see if she's on yet.
Okay.
Okay. We'll just give her a few minutes because I just texted her not too long ago. She was texting me.
Oh, here she is.
Hi. Hi, Jeanette.
Hi.
Thanks for coming on tonight.
Hi.
And being our guest and sharing your testimony. We're so excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, LifeWave excites me, so it's easy.
That's awesome.
It's easy to share.
So these are the stem cell activation patches. And Jill, did you want to tell the disclaimer? Do you have that?
Absolutely. Yes, I will disclaim here. So we're not making any medical claims to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases or medical conditions here. And please consult with your medical doctor first with any questions regarding a medical condition or treatment that you may have. If you're pregnant or nursing as well, definitely. This is all for informational purposes only. So, yay!
Awesome. So, Jeanette, if you could just start by explaining how your life was before you were introduced to the patch and who introduced it to you or how you found out about them. And then you can go into how they've changed your life or what you noticed about them, how they benefited you.
Okay. It would go back to 1994. I had had 3 surgeries within 10 months, and the middle surgery was liver surgery. Had tumors on my liver, and after the pain went away from the surgery itself, I just was aching all over. I think a lot of people think they don't know that fibromyalgia comes from something traumatic. And so it's possible that that could have been the reason. So for next year would have been 30 years of having fibro, chronic fatigue, 18 surgeries. The last one was rod and screws put in my neck. I have a very deteriorating spine. It's not in my family. I have an incredible medical doctor that is excited about anything I try. And he thinks that all the surgeries and things happen because fibro can just deteriorate a lot of things probably including your stem cells. And so I pretty much had given up. I'm using a walker. I was in bed most of the time. If I smiled, I thought I was smiling, but now I look at pictures of me smiling now, and those weren't smiles at all. But you know, your perception from inside, you know, it's just so different. I was really depressed, and I don't think I even realized how depressed I was until the changes that happened from these patches. Is it's a godsend. God has given David Schmidt an incredible amount of wisdom to help us, and he made our own bodies to be able to respond to something that's natural. So anyway, at the very end of February, first day of March, a friend of mine told me, who knows how sick I've been, and she just prays for me all the time. And she said, I need to tell you about my neighbor. And Sheila Miller is my upline, and she's the neighbor, and her husband had been run over by a tractor. And he'd been in bed for over a year and literally had to have help getting up to the walker and help walking with the walker to get in a chair for just a couple hours a day. And I believe, if I'm correct, it was 2 weeks to the day of starting these patches, he got up out of bed and went and made his lunch. So I thought, okay, there's something to this, and testimony was far more important to me than knowing anything about what these patches were doing. And I thought, okay, and I think my patches came on the 9th of March. I got them late in the afternoon, so about 8 o'clock at night, I opened the package. I didn't know anything about 12 hours on or 12 hours off. And I put some on, and I actually, in getting the package and going to my recliner, I was in excruciating pain through my hips, down in my groin, just to walk. And so I put an E on and an X39 on. And my husband and I were sitting there, it's about 9:30 or so, and we watch Gunsmoke every night before we go to bed. And I got up and I go, what? And so I have a sunken den, so I went up the steps to the kitchen, and I thought, what? And I didn't have all that pain in my groin and my low back. And then it was the very next morning, then I went to the first patch meeting that Sheila had asked several people to come to. And so I'm listening to basically how they work. It wasn't so much about testimonies. And so 9 days in, I got up out of bed without any fibro pain at all. And it's just amazing. And so my arthritis in my hands are down. The Alavita has completely changed my skin. All the big wrinkles are gone. And I'm just a firm believer. I guess they call me a one-patch wonder, but it's hard for me to share with people that because I don't want them to think that's typical, you know. But it's a godsend. I'm so grateful for these patches, and I'm watching the testimonies of things that are happening to people is I don't know the word. It's incredible.
Yes,
It's magical.
that's amazing.
Miracle.
Wow. And
So,
you said
it
in
is.
just 9 days? Wow.
It was the 9th morning. Got up and my all over aching. I deal periodically with some chronic fatigue, and I don't know why it hits when it does, but it's very sporadic. The arthritis in my hands is way down. I walk much. I used to have to ride a cart in the
Wow.
grocery store, and now I don't have to do that.
Wow. That's incredible. So we're talking about 2 patches that she was wearing, the X39 and the Eon. The X39 is the main one. This is what it comes in a sleeve like this. And it regenerates and resets your own stem cells. They're non-invasive, which means nothing goes in the skin. And it's
Like
all, yes, it's all,
still got one on the back of my head.
it's all natural. And how it works is a low level light that goes through this little cloth here that is a lattice crystal, and it basically sends a signal into your body to reset your own stem cells. And David Schmidt is the creator of these. He's a genius, and he's just fantastic person. He doesn't take any of the credit. He says that he gets this all downloaded from the divine. So he just wants to help people. He's very caring. And
if I could,
yes.
I would hug you.
And he is just a wonderful person. Now he developed the energy patch almost 20 years ago for the Navy SEALs, when the Navy SEALs hired him to keep them awake. And then I can get the Eon here. And then she's also talking about the Eon, which we always recommend the X39 and the Eon together, because the Eon, well, I don't have it here. I know it's in my bedroom drawer.
Oh. Mine's inside.
Oh dear.
It's okay. But it gets rid of inflammation. And so we recommend to have those together. How I wear them is I wear them, like I'll put the X39 on, and then after the 12 hours, then I put the Eon on and wear that at night. But you can wear the Eon during the day also. So, Jeanette, where would you wear them specifically? Different places or?
I move the Eon around because of my degenerative spine. The low back pain can be significant at times. Again, it's getting less, and I think fighting. I'm not sure what it can do with the rod in your neck, but we'll see. I don't question anything possible, any possibility. But I actually have done the ice wave on my low back during the night, and I put the Eon right in the middle. And I wake up with no back. See, and the one thing that I don't hear a lot of, but when you read about the Eon, it says will make you happy, and that's what's happened to me, because I wasn't happy. The last 5 years have been horrific. And people see me now and they go, what happened? And for the people that are under me directly now are because they saw me for years. And so now they're trying it. But yeah,
that's right.
It is
yes,
a happy
they call
patch.
it a happy patch. And that's just awesome. And I found it. This is the Eon.
There you go.
If you order, look under Y age Eon. The first time I was trying to order, place an order for somebody, we couldn't find it because it comes up with Y age in the Eon. And so tell us again, how many years were you suffering with this?
94, 24
God.
would have been 30 years. And I was in real estate until 2008, and I couldn't go up and down stairs anymore to show houses, and I was sending people up there on their own, and the market had fell, and it was just sort of the best time. But I'm a people person, and I miss it terribly, but God has a reason for everything, and I don't doubt what he's doing and what he's done.
That's quite a testimony.
That's it.
I'm grateful for it.
Yes, that's
grateful.
An incredible testimony. I mean, this live right here, we're gonna save it and share it on Instagram, and I'm also gonna share it on my Facebook, and it's gonna help a lot of people.
I hope so. I just think the testimonies are key. If people try to figure out how it's working, well, just reactivate your stem cells on Facebook or some of the other sites that just, people aren't making this up. There's people with gray hair and their dark hair is coming back. And I heard of a lady whose cataracts were smaller, and I just don't doubt any of it. In fact, last night I took it to a friend who'd been just watching on Facebook, unbeknownst to me, who's paying attention, and her son had terrible sciatic. He couldn't work, he couldn't move, he couldn't sleep, and literally she said as soon as he put that ice wave on his back, they went away. So another one pants wonder. I just don't doubt
Oh
anything.
my
That is
goodness.
great.
I've always had low back
And
pain as
what's
well.
amazing
And I did
is
use
my
the
husband.
ice wave. And like you said,
Oh,
it's almost instantaneous. And there's like no explanation because the supplements or medications, like they have to go through the stomach. And when they go through the stomach,
oh,
it goes away.
you
It doesn't work.
digest.
But these go like right to the pain. It's incredible how fast they work.
Well, what's so funny is my husband is so skeptical,
Mm-hmm.
but he watched and he saw the difference. And not like I told him, I said, now I have to clean my house because I feel like it before I had an excuse. But no, it's just so he's wearing patches. He does the X39 Eon and the 40. So he's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with it, but he works all day long using his brain. He works for a
Oh, wow.
pharmaceutical company formulating. So he comes home exhausted, but he's sleeping
Mm-hmm.
in the evenings a whole
Oh,
lot less. I can see
mm-hmm.
little indications.
And people
That's
see
wonderful.
that. People see how you are that know you before and after. And I mean, some things are just not explainable, but when they work, they work. And it works. I love that because the stem cells
Right.
start acting and go to exactly where they're needed first. So if you're taking them for one area,
Yeah,
they could be helping another
heard,
area first.
yeah, right. Yeah, one of my upline, Candy, I'm sorry, Jennifer, explained that, why isn't it working so fast where I hurt, but your body knows it maybe needed
Yeah.
somewhere else before that. So, what's that called?
But
Polypotent? Pluripotent.
I
I'm
forgot
learning.
that word too, but I remember them talking about it. And it's very, your body knows how it needs to heal. This is incredible.
It's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
And you
exciting.
don't need a prescription. You can get from whoever
Nope.
invited you to this video of testimonies and share it. And what I love most is you can use it on your pets. I advocate for pets, and it's the easiest way to bring them back into balance because they can't tell you,
Yes.
oh, my back's hurting and I feel achy.
I have a rough collie and he has hip dysplasia. We're pretty
Oh,
sure, and
good.
I've started
Good.
patching him.
Oh, well,
Yep.
I can't wait to hear those testimonies too.
I know.
It's so
Nice
nice
meeting both of
talking
you.
with you too. Now, tell us again, how long have you been on the patches?
I started
Wow.
March 9th.
Wow.
So April, May, not even been 3 months.
This quick. That is
I know.
amazing.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
Mm.
Yes, I also put the patches on my pets too. I wear them 12 hours and then I'll put them on my dog's collar. I'll put it underneath. And sometimes it doesn't always stick. So I use bandage tape and I'll bandage it. I'll take their collar off and then I'll put it on underneath. And then I'll put it back on. And this morning they were so excited when I did it. And Milo, he like smelled it. He like went directly to the patch when I was putting it on Mia and like sniffed it. Like he knew.
Oh, that's
Like,
It was so cute.
They know. They definitely know.
They do.
You tend to keep going back to where it's working.
Oh, exactly.
Right.
Why do anything
gosh.
different?
How can it get any better than that? Wow.
Well, we will see as this grows in our own way and how it's helping other people.
Well, yes.
That's the miracle.
Absolutely.
Well, it's been so wonderful having you on, and I really appreciate you, Jeanette, for taking the time.
I don't mind. It's so worth
Thank you
telling.
so much for being here.
You're welcome.
And look forward to
You're
speaking
so
with you in the future, too.
Yes, I was just going to say the same thing. That will be great.
You too.
Y'all have a good evening.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Bye.
So, Jill, you want to talk a little bit, or do you have some time?
I have time. Yes, definitely. I love hearing all of the different testimonies and getting to know just everyone in the space, because for this product to be around for 20 years, and I know it started with the energy patches, but for this technology to have been around this long, and it's like, why haven't I known about it? So it's divine timing. You know, if you're coming across this testimony tonight, this live, like, stop and listen. This is meant for you. Just like how I heard about it. I absolutely am so grateful. I was actually on TikTok, and Andrea, I came across her video, and it's so funny with people kind of, you know, on social media. I love social media. I love finding out all of this great alternative information, because I don't have TV. I don't watch mainstream anything. And this information is not out there. So I am grateful that I'm on. And, you know, you and I have become kind of like...
We talk almost every day.
I know
now.
I know, and I love it. But they say, you know, what do you love that you can talk about all day? And it's testimonies, you know, alternative ways of doing things that are not evasive. And there's an alternative. There is a way for anything. There's so many miracles and possibilities out there.
And this is just another tool in the toolbox also. Because before this company, I was getting into essential oils. My sister and I were in another company before that, that was natural holistic. It was nutritionals. And what I like about this is it's not a shake. You know, it's not a vitamin. You know, just put it on. It takes like 1 second.
Catch it and go.
And they have this book I got. I finally got my book in the mail.
Oh, I just ordered that. I'm so excited.
Oh, you're going to love it. And it's called The Self-Healing with Light. And it tells you different, like, acupuncture points. You see that? And it tells you different, like, if you have, they even have a tummy reduction one for losing. Oh, I'm not kidding. See?
I love that.
And I know people in our group who have actually lost their fat around their tummy, like it shrunk from doing this, even in a month. And it's amazing. And if anybody is interested in this book, just send me a DM and I'll give you the details of where you can order it, because I mean everyone wants this book. I mean, everyone. It's kind of a guide, like, once you get the patches. Now, the patches each get an instruction booklet that tells you where to place them, like, according to the clinical studies. But this book also can guide you on where you can place the patches according to acupuncture. And I knew you would love that, Jill, because I know that you are into that. And I mean, I've had acupuncture. I love acupuncture, but
well, I've been blessed to learn acupressure with the animals, and I also am an energy facilitator. And when you learn about the meridian systems and the energy systems, one energy center is linked to so many different organs. And I don't think a lot of people are aware of how powerful light is, because just, you know, when you put it on a point, it hits all those organs going up. Like, so you're not just getting, you know, some relief from this, you're getting, you know, up to all the way through your body. It's amazing. That's why I saw this and I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, this is pretty cool.
that's awesome.
So So I'm so glad I met you, and I'm here, and I'm going to be here.
Yay!
This is just a technology that's it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. It's only going to get better and better. And I love how David talked about, you know, he has all these clinical studies that he does, and he has the patents, but he doesn't stop there. Like, he keeps doing more studies and more studies and more studies in order to just keep getting better and better. And I love that. It's not that he's stuck with one technology. He's like, hey, how far can we go? You know?
Oh, exactly. Like when I went to conference last year, and I can't wait for conference coming up in October, but last conference blew me away. You think that, you know, I mean, this will be my third conference, but the first time I went, I thought there's nothing that can top this one. And he blew us out of the water again on, he has developed, he was trying to explain it to us, and he showed us pictures, and I took screenshots. I took like pictures and stuff, but he has developed something of how to clean the air with the he has a drone that cleans the air, but not only that, he has something else that is cleaning the ocean.
Oh.
I'll just send you those pictures. Yeah, I'll have to show you those pictures, Jill. I didn't really understand it, and he says that he'll go more into it, and as it's developing, he's still building it. He's still creating it, but he's all about the environment, thinking about the environment. I'm just like blown away.
And he's making it so easy for everyone to kind of do their part. I mean, if we're all patching and we're all getting better and better and better and better. What an amazing genius. Is very, I don't know, that is conservative. I would say, I don't even know a word that I would use for him, but just grateful he's here on this earth right now.
I know. And he has over 130 patents. 130. He spoke, and when he spoke, he said that he was trying to come up with more patents than his father did, and he accomplished that.
Oh my gosh, how many did his father have?
I
probably
can't remember.
Less.
I actually can't remember right now. I don't know.
That's amazing. Well, as long as he stays healthy, we're good. And he keeps inventing.
Yes. And that's another thing. He always, he doesn't just talk about the patches and the products and things. He also is very in tune with nutrition, and he always suggests to us what kind of nutritionals we should be intaking. And he also shares his daily exercise program that he does, that his schedule, I should say, not program, but a schedule that he's on every single day. And he has it up on the big screen, and we're taking pictures, and it's amazing. So he stays in shape, and he's
how old is he? Sorry,
I want to say 59.
Okay, I was gonna say
or 60.
He's still pretty young.
Yeah,
but he looks a lot younger than that. I will say.
Yes,
definitely.
Yes, he does.
Like, wow.
Yes, he does.
So, and I love these because, you know, our bodies normally age, but nobody wants to age and have a very negative quality of life. And it seems like with these patches, you know, using the X39 alone, you know, your quality of life is going to get better as you're older because you are activating those stem cells that have been pretty much dormant. I never knew that. I had no clue. And once you reactivate them, you start moving back the clock.
Yeah, that's what got me. I was like, okay, now I'm in.
That's a
And
big claim. That's a big claim. That's why I was like, okay,
yes,
check this out.
like when I found out that they reverse your age, I was just like, wait a minute, these aren't just preventing, like this isn't just anti-aging, it's reversing your
Aging.
cellular age.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, wow. Um,
That's incredible.
well, when I had an event this past weekend, I
Mm-hmm.
did a 4-day expo educating everybody and sharing the patches, and I had before and after pictures up in my booth, and it was amazing. It was awesome. Like, I had such a good time. My son helped me 2 days out of the 4 days, and he had a blast too. He said he had so much fun. In fact, the second day that he came, he was so excited to come. Um, and I there was a lady that came by, and she was looking at the pictures, and one lady in particular that I wanted to talk about, and she said that she was 83, and uh, we began talking, and she says, I don't want to live longer. And I says, it's not about living longer, it's about the quality of your life from here on to when you do, when you know, God does take you,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I mean. And then she was like, yeah, you're right, I never thought of it that way before, you know what I mean? Like, she was just like, I guess because maybe she has the different health issues that most people do when they get older, and she was just like tired, like. And
Mm-hmm.
I've heard a lot of people say that, like, oh, if I just am taken, then that'll be fine with me because
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired, or
Mm-hmm.
I'm sick, and I'm tired of being achy and in pain, and I can't sleep, and this and that. And I mean, I think it's great that this is possible, that we could have a longevity of life, but to have the quality of life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was like at the edge of going into menopause, and these patches came right in time. Like, I was getting hot flashes, and I was having problems with my menstrual cycle, and I thought, I am going into straight into menopause.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's possible these could just balance out my hormones, where I don't have to have the hot sweats and the things,
Those are
you know?
those are just terrible.
So, well, hopefully we'll see. I mean, Dr. Stacy says that she doesn't have any symptoms at all, and she's a few years younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's about prevention also, and I truly do believe these balance out your body, your hormones, everything.
Oh, definitely. Well, I've only been on these since April 6th is when I got them. So maybe April 7th. And honestly, I wasn't really familiar with each of the patches, but I did use my X39, but I started using the Alavita, and I had had night sweats for years, and it was so bad. I think it was about 3 years that I have never slept through the night. And it was miserable. I would have to sleep like in a lower level of my house with the air turned way down because I just would wake up. I mean, you know how it is. It's just miserable. And I'd have to get up and walk around just to cool myself off. And literally, I want to say, I could say the first night because it was true, but you know, I was like, oh yeah, well, maybe that's not exactly it. But when I started wearing it, I did not have a night sweat. And I was like, oh my, I slept through the night. I totally slept through the night. I've not slept through the night. And you feel so different when you actually can have your sleep back, or, you know, can go through life without pain. It's just amazing. And I had get personal here. I had a partial hysterectomy in my 40s because I had, what are they called? Fibroids, if you will. And had I known then what I know now, I wouldn't have had the surgery. So my choices would have been different. And so even though that's how it is, we're meant to find out about these products when we do, but there's so many solutions out there, which I'm so excited about. Every time we talk about this, every time we see a testimony, because it does different things for different people. And that's what I love. Absolutely.
Yes, because like you said earlier, the stem cells are smart. They just go to where you need them most. Like if something, like if you want it for something, let's say your back hurts, you have pain, and we can say pain because we have the clinical studies and the patents on them, which I think is excellent. Most companies can't say the word pain, and we're free to say that. I love it. But let's say you have pain in your back, and that's what you got the patches for, but maybe something internal is going on, some organ, and we don't feel our hair growing. We don't feel the blood running through our veins. So I think some people, I mean, I noticed right off better sleep also. And I slept straight through the whole night, first time in 6 months.
Like,
I know. And it was like, wow. Like, so it could be just something as simple as that in the beginning. And then like the first thing I wanted it to help was my tennis elbow. I had I don't know if I was supposed to say tennis elbow, but that's what it felt like. I wasn't
an elbow with pain.
I wasn't like diagnosed with that, but I'm just like, that's what it felt like. And so I did notice that the pain subsided a little bit that first 3 or 4 days on the X39, but literally 4 months after is when I noticed that the pain was completely gone and I was able to use it and lift heavy things and bend it without hurting. Wow. So sometimes it does take longer. We have a guy in our group. His name's Bob, and he didn't notice anything. I think they said for 9 months.
Oh, I remember him. Oh my goodness.
So everyone is not a one patch wonder where they feel something right away. Now, over the weekend when I was at the expo, I want to tell you a little bit about it. There were some amazing things that happened. There was a couple that they had a booth next to me, and we were talking, here and there. And I don't know if it was the second day or the third day, but I just said, hey, do you guys want to be patched? And they were like, well, she was like, yes. and he was like, well, what is it? And so I explained and stuff. And she's like, I have a hurt foot, like when I walk on it. And it's been bothering me for months. And then he said that his leg would be sore when he worked out. So we decided to patch the back of her neck with the X39, and I patched his leg where he had the pain. And she did complain that morning about allergies. Like, she said that her allergies were so bad, and she was so stuffy and everything. Well, she was so excited. I mean, this was probably within, let's see, I got there at 10-ish or 11. So I would say about 5 hours or less, she came running over to me and she's like, my allergies are cleared up. She's like, I can't believe it. And she's like, I know it's the patch. Like, and we were in the expo center where they have cattle that come in, like during the Kentucky State Fair and stuff. So, plus it was, had rained that morning, and you know, people get allergies after it rains and stuff. So that was exciting. That was exciting when I saw her excited, and
and she knew. She was like, "It's the patch. I know it's the patch."
yeah, and there was so many hurting vendors there. I mean, people were so open. I patched people that walked by that, you know, wanted to be patched. I patched, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or more vendors. I patched them because 7. I remember there was another one that was across from me. They were just like, I am in so much pain, like right now. And so I would give them patches, like 4 or 5 patches.
Oh, wow.
During the event. Yeah, because I felt like that they really, really needed it.
It works. I mean, and it's amazing when they're open to it, how quickly it does work.
Yes. Well, there was one lady, she really needed it. She was driving back and forth from Louisville up to Indianapolis, back and forth. She did that 3 nights in a row.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That would, no.
Yeah.
Miserable.
I know that's 2 hours, 4 hours a day driving. And then you did an event all day? And you're over the age of 50?
Right. Yeah, it doesn't get easier, does it?
No.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, your event sounds amazing. I cannot wait. I've got one in October that I'm super excited to do. People and animals, but yeah, I'm very excited to just patch people as they go by and patch their animals and things like that. That's a great idea.
Yes. We had the greatest time. We had different people that would come up and, what are those white circles on those horses? And I mean, there so many people. I had a huge poster of different pictures of the horses being patched and the before and after pictures and things. And I had it right when they would walk up. We noticed that more people were coming from the left side to the right. So we had kind of our booth where it was, the pictures were kind of like sideways like this. I don't know why, but it just seemed like more people were coming from this direction mostly. And so that was the first thing they would see. And if their eyes darted to the horse and they stopped, I would be like, because we live in, this is Kentucky, right? So I would say, oh, do you own a horse? Do you have horses? And they're like, yes. And so I had a lot of people that were interested in them for their horses. And, you know, you spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollar vet bills for your horses. And one lady was just like, oh, my one horse. I mean, I think she said her horse lived to be 26, and she was just like so sad. She just had to put him down, I think, for the last year or so. And she's like, I tried everything. I tried so hard. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. And found out that they have 2 more horses, ages 14 and 23. Oh, and I says, well, get them on these patches because these will help them. And this is prevention. And it's, you know, cheaper than vet bills and things.
I was going to say, like, animals are just costly, period. I mean, people, at least, you know, we can get insurance and things like that. The insurance doesn't, I mean, it doesn't cover this kind of stuff. But vet bills are really, really outrageous, especially for large animal bills. I can't even imagine, but these are so easy. They're so easy. My goodness.
Yes. And we had people that came up and, you know, were interested because of their scars. We had before and after pictures of and testimonials. I mean, I have a scar right here. I showed this one guy because he was like, well, let's get rid of my scar. And I says, well, look at my scar. Do you see it? Kind of.
Yeah.
Well, there's no bump anymore. I've been wearing these 2 years.
Wow.
I just had a lesion removed from my arm.
Mm-hmm.
A few, well, let's see, it's been more than a few years ago, and made this horrible scar on my
Mm-hmm.
arm that I didn't know I was going to have. I just thought I was going to have it removed, like a little circle.
Right.
And it looks like, I got cut or something.
No, I'm
In
not.
a knife fight.
Right. Oh my goodness.
And so I'm so
I even
excited
wonder
about having
about like stretch marks and things like that, if there's testimonies on that, because like for me, I was a really young mom, and I've already noticed the difference. I'm a little bit still funny about showing my stomach, but they're not nearly as pronounced as they were before at all. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. And it's like, maybe I'll show my belly one day.
Yeah.
You just start feeling good about yourself. You build your confidence when you're looking better, and when you're healing from the inside out. Like I did a video the other day, like your appearance really shows your health, because with the dark circles and things like that, we have skin irritations or eczema or things like that. Those are just the symptoms. I shouldn't say eczema, but that's, skin irritations and things like that. But that's
we're still learning. We're still like trying to change our language.
I know. Like, skin disorders. Yeah. But it's just our body's way of saying, hey, I need some attention here. I can't tell you where, but I need some attention. And with the stem cell patches, it's like you said, can you almost call them smart patching, like our smart cars and stuff, because they know where to go.
Oh, I love that. Smart patching.
Smart patching. They do. They know where to go. Like our bodies, we were born this way, right?
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. I had a before and after picture of more than one person with their legs where they had pronounced veins.
Oh,
like
yeah.
A couple of veins and stuff. And I had someone that was like, I don't have any pain. And then she was like, oh, but I have these. And she showed them to me. And I go, well, let's patch them. And I put a patch right on it. So I still need to follow up with her and see, how it went. It was only one patch, but I think that was very
one patch
profound.
can be the difference. Like it can just be, hey, I like what I saw while I wore it. Let's try a week. Let's try 30 days. What I love is there's a 30-day money back guarantee. So if you don't like them, if you really feel like you're not seeing anything, which I don't think I've heard anybody say they weren't seeing anything, not at all, or feeling something, because sometimes you don't know, you don't go plant a seed and then watch it to see if it grew each day. And, oh, I'm still feeling pain. Oh, I'm still feeling this. We don't. We just go about our business. And when you recognize it, you recognize it. And it could be one day, it could be, like Jeanette said, what'd she say? Like she put a patch on and she got up and went in the kitchen. Okay. Or no, she went on her step and she didn't have hip pain. It's like, wow, that's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Her story was incredible. I was so excited about it. And really grateful that she came on. And you got to talk and meet her. You got to meet each other.
I love it. I love it. This is the place to be for the future. Definitely.
Well, I'll definitely do some more events. I'm really excited. It was worth it. Like, events is, when I signed up for it, I'm like, I'm taking a gamble. Like this is like gambling, because I'm putting the money forth and having to pay for all the stuff to make my booth, have the background and buy the table and the tablecloth and just everything,
right.
And giving out the patches, and I'm just like, I'm gambling. Oh my gosh, like, this is scary. But it was like, it was such a good response, and you know, you're helping people.
Mm-hmm.
And and this was my first event, and I mean, I've been doing this for 2 years, so I usually don't, you know, I haven't been doing that. I should have been doing it from the very beginning. And if there's anybody on here that, you know, is looking for, you know, some, to make an extra income or have a kickback on, all you have to do is, you know, refer these patches. Just send me a DM, and I'll, you know, Jill and I can get back with you on how you can make extra income on the side. Or, I mean, we have 83-year-olds in our group that are making six figures.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. And they look great.
Yeah.
And they look great. And their quality of life is great. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want that, really?
And
you
we
know?
have fun. Like, we get to go on trips and dance, and there's music, and
I know. I can't wait to meet you in person. That's what I love. It's like all my greatest people are online. It's crazy. So I got to get traveling here.
yes, that sounds great. And we're going to have so much fun. Yeah. I'm having fun already.
Oh, me too. But when you talk about what you love and you do what you love, it's not work. And
no,
it's just what's meant to be. Yeah.
Yeah. Like this weekend, it was so fun. Like, Leland would be like, "What time is it?" Like,
it's bedtime.
This day went by so fast.
And it's great, so like, that he's involved with it, because, you know, what a great way to, he's what, 16 or 17?
Yeah, he'll be 17 next month. He's 16. I mean,
he's entering the working world, and look at the options that you're showing him. Like, this is pretty impactful.
Well, I was really grateful that he was there the 2 days that he was, because I was having to do it all myself. And if I had to get something to eat or go to the bathroom, I needed someone to either stay at the booth, or I needed him to go fetch food for us and things. So I guess on Friday, or one of the days, I don't even know what day it was, I went to the bathroom, and I had no idea that there was this one lady that came up and had talked to Leland. He never told me. And she picked up, or he gave her information, gave her a flyer with my information on it for her to get a hold of me. And she called me this morning, 10 a.m. this morning, and ordered a pack. Oh. And she never even met me. She just picked up a flyer, and she was like, "I didn't get to meet you, but I want these."
I want these now. Yep.
And I was just amazed. I was like, "Thank you, Leland. Thank you for that." He didn't even know what he did. He was like, "Well, I just showed her my hand, you know, my hurt knuckle, and how these patches are helping."
Aww.
Isn't that sweet?
He's an extension of you, and that's the beauty of it.
Thank you.
Aww. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I look forward to doing these events and talking to more people with testimonies and great things to say.
Yes, I'm so thankful that you want to, you know, do these lives with me each week. And I, you know, thank you so much for coming on tonight.
Oh my gosh. Thanks for waiting for me.
Oh, no problem. My son, he was supposed to get off work at, he told me 8:30. So I was like, "Oh, okay, well then we'll do it earlier." But then that didn't work out, because he called me and says, "Oh, actually I have to be off work at 8." So I had to go pick him up. He's not driving by himself yet. So it worked out, and I think the 8 o'clock slot will probably work better.
Okay.
Or we'll have to see. It depends on his schedule. So maybe 8:30. So
either or, I'm good. I am good.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I think more people are on at 8 or after.
Yeah.
I really do. Eastern time, that is.
Eastern time, yes. I need to get my Time Buddy out again. That's the only way I function anymore, is Time Buddy, the app that gives me the different time zones.
I forgot totally that you're in a different time zone. So
I was like, wait a minute, what? It's all good. It's all good. That's
So
a
I mean, it's 9:30 my time now, so it's still a good time. I see people jumping on, and I appreciate everyone that's jumped on tonight to listen to us.
Yes, yes. And if anybody has questions, drop them in, or contact Andrea afterwards. Definitely.
Yes. Well, thanks so much, and I hope you have a really good night, Jill.
Thank you. You too. I look forward to next Wednesday.
Sounds great. I'll be talking to you soon.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. Good night.